the dark. Prologue. It was night, must have been on 10 o'clock. The moonlight shined so brightly through the window of my studio apartment. I was sitting at my desk with a smoke in my mouth and a bottle of Jack Daniels by my side. Jack was the only friend I needed. He listens to me, knows what I want. He's always there to calm my shakes. The 1930s really keeps a man on his feet. What a year to be alive. I was 56 years old, and I wasn't getting any younger. The ceiling fan was turning slowly in the middle of the room. The plant in the corner looks like it needs some trimming. I'll get it done eventually. I threw my feet up onto the desk, and my raincoat and my hat over my eyes. A knock came onto the door. I could see the silhouette of a woman through the fox-stained glass window on the top half of my door. I told her to come in, and stepped the most gorgeous dame I've seen in a long while. Long golden blonde hair with red ruby lipstick. She didn't wear too much makeup, just the perfect amount. Her eyeshadow really brought out those soft green eyes. Her red dress lit up the side like some hot movie actress. Her red see-through gloves kept her arms nice and warm. White gold jewelry was what she wore on both her arms. She took a seat in front of my desk and spoke to me. "Are you Charles DeSolvo?" "Depends on who's asking." "My name is Lisa Amberfield. I'm in need of your help." I took my feet off the desk as I leaned in and disposed of my cigarette in the ashtray. "What can I help you with?" "I would like to report a stolen necklace, and I am willing to pay any price you ask." "Stolen necklace? She's serious?" "There was no way I'm going out treasure hunting, so I told her off. "You want me to find a missing necklace?" "Listen, Toots, I'm a private eye, not a pirate. I solve the big cases, such as missing persons or homicide, not treasure hunting. Got it? So take your money and go." She stood up from the chair. "Fine. I can see this was a waste of my time. Good day, sir." She turned and walked the other way, right out of my office door. I opened up the bottle and poured myself a shot. I took the glass in my hand and walked to the window. I stood there staring out into the city with the drink in my hand as I took a sip. Maybe I was a bit too harsh on her. I wanted to make it up to her. I looked below as I saw her coming out of the building. There were two other strangers just walking past her as they turned their heads. They started to follow her. This could not end well. I put down my drink as I rushed out of the room and downstairs. I exited the building and entered the streets of Newtown. I spotted the two strangers that were following the girl as I squinted my eyes and followed them into a dark alleyway. Perfect place to commit a crime. I took cover behind a dumpster as to not to get caught. "Hey baby, where you going?" one of them said. She ignored them as the other one ran up to her. "Hey beautiful, don't you want a party?" She didn't respond to them. She turned the other way, but they blocked her path. "Please let me go," she screamed. "Not so fast. Not until we've had our fun." The two strangers ganged up on her as one of them pulled out a knife. Now was my time to strike. I rushed in as I pinned one of them against the brick wall. I punched him hard in the face as he begins to bleed. I then took a hold of his jacket and threw him into the garbage cans like the trash that he was. The other one came up to me with a knife as he tried to slice me. I dodged the blade until I could get in close. Once I was close enough, I grabbed his hair as I tilted his head back and slammed my fist into his face. He dropped the knife and went down like a sack of potatoes. "Come on, dude, let's get out of here." They're scurrying away like little rats. Those two were nothing more than a couple of pussies. "Are you alright, Miss Emberfield?" "What's your game, Mr. DeSolvo? You won't take my case, but you will save my life." I helped her up. "No games. I just hate to see a dame such as yourself getting hurt. The least I can do is walk you home. It's dangerous in these parts at night." As we started to make our way out of the alley, a loud thud banged and rolled off the dumpster and in front of our feet. Miss Emberfield jumped right out of her skin as she gasped. It was a body, most likely dead. I looked back at Lisa as I saw terror in her eyes. I looked up to where the body fell, but there was nothing there. I looked at the body as I kneeled down to examine it closer and felt no pulse. He was dead. The body was cold and bloody. Someone must have attacked him up on the roof. I checked his wallet for an ID. Jimmy Poxon, age 43. Too young to die. I need to set up a crime scene. But first, let's get you home. Normally, I would call it in, but I don't walk well with others. Ever since my last partner died, I went solo. I stood up and walked Lisa back to her house. It wasn't too far from where my apartment was. I acted like a gentleman and saw her to her door. She turns to me and smiles before entering her house. That smile, it reminds me of... Sweat was beating down my neck just looking at her. She didn't look good in that dress, a dress fit for an angel. There was just something about her that gets under my skin, like a moth drawn to a flame, or was drawn to a beauty. Maybe she was worth it after all, worth finding that stolen necklace. My raincoat was blowing gently in the nightly breeze as I stood under the lamp, the light from the street lamp. I fixed my collar before heading back to the crime scene in the alley. The stars were twinkling in the sky as moonlight shined through the clouds. It was a cold night.